Hey, welcome to the call. This is going to be one of my call. We had a very good interview with Mr. Raj here several days ago when he really opened up about what's in the mini miner, and then Armen's actually going to go into a little more detail, and we're very excited because this is really the emphasis of what the company is. It's low cost, it's environmentally friendly. Mining machine allows us to mine from either a computer or a home outlet hooked up to the internet. Hash power, of course, is related to it in terms of their ability to mine. It's supposed to mine over 40 different altcoins. Obviously, you're going to mine one at a time, and then, of course, you can exchange any of the altcoins for Bitcoin on many of the exchanges. Whether it be Bittrex or Beyonce or one of the other ones, it's an amazing way to bring everybody into the cryptocurrency world. What I love about our company is our tagline is bringing mining to every home. So we can't wait for Mr. Armen. I see Armen, you're on now. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, George. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, George. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear fine, Armen. I wanted to get right into it because everybody's so anxious to hear from Mr. Raj about our new Vista mini miner. And, of course, congratulations on your working with him to get this out to a network marketing company called Vista Network. Over to Mr. Temurian.
Okay, great. Thank you, and welcome everybody to tonight's amazing and, without hyping it much, tonight's awesome call. I just left Raj's house, driving back to our home office here in Glendale. Wow, what an enlightening day with our inventor. I'm going to get him on the call here in a few minutes. I can just tell you guys that what we're going to do at Vista with the mini miner technology is we're going to really shock the world. And I was standing there in Raj's balcony there. This amazing, huge, beautiful house he has overlooking the entire valley there. And he's telling me, Armen, as the CEO of Vista Network and as the co-founder of this great company, get ready, embrace yourself, because he said, I think we're going to really shock the world with this product. People are going to start around the world. They're going to talk about this mini miner. And I was looking at him and didn't really hit me. And then it hit me, and it's hitting me in the car. Because what you think this is, it's much more than that. And we're really going to, I think, shock everybody when the mini miner comes out and you guys are able to actually see and feel and get some of the results from it, awesome results. So, wow, I'm even more excited, kind of scared, and I don't know what to say. We were driving and we pulled over so we can come on to this conference call, everybody. I'm just dumbfounded, I just don't know, what's going on. It's like the perfect storm, and he's telling me we have a product that we are going to literally shock the world with. So that's all I can say about it. I can't release more information about the mini miner. It's so top secret that you cannot imagine. And anybody and everybody out there who thinks that they know what it is or think what it is, they're going to look like the biggest, I don't want to use the I word, but we're about to shock everybody, and just stand by. So what I'm going to do, George, is I'm going to take a couple of seconds here, and I'm going to three-way in Raj into this call. So if you'd like to maybe get somebody else on the line, or maybe give some updates to everybody worldwide calling in, let me spend a few minutes, if you can stand by, everybody. I'm going to get Raj on the call so he can share with you. Okay? Is that good with you?
That's fine. Thanks, Armen.
Thank you, sir.
Well, this is just a chance, James, you can come on and really talk about this just a few minutes. And, I think what Armen's talking about, if anybody Googles a cryptocurrency mining and does a research, you're going to see there's no product like this that I've seen anyplace. I've done some pretty good research on it. Most of the mining equipment, when you look at it, is fairly large. Okay.
Hey, George, it's Armen here again. Can we give Raj 5 more minutes? He's just pulling into an area where he can actually communicate with us In exactly 5 minutes, we'll bring him on. Thank you.
Sure. Hopefully you can call it. Armen, don't put yourself on mute because it turns the music on. When you go to, I thought you were a guitar player, but I think everybody wants to hear you.
Oh, so I've been doing that. Okay.
Yes, that's no problem. Armen, let me ask you a question on this.
Yeah.
I realize that it is awe-inspiring because it really is a new invention. I think that people, if you're going to put this in perspective, that it would be, we hear a lot in various industries when you really invent something. It's really rare to find a true invention, a real step forward in an area that is pretty heavily manufactured right now. I have a friend of mine actually has, the regular mining ring in his home, and it's pretty cumbersome. It's loud. It draws $100, $150 a month in electricity. It puts a lot of EMF off. His wife is complaining, and it's cumbersome. And if this has that kind of ability to really take us to a whole nother level of first of all, size, noise, environmentally friendly, that it consumes very little electricity and yet has a high output. I mean, there isn't anything like it. I think that's what you're talking about, is that it really is an invention on a new level that you might see it as in the real world of large R&D companies, and have Raj come up with that. I think it's truly amazing. That's really what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. Well, George, look, I mean, don't you think we know about the ant miners and our partners over there at Bitmain? These are our partners in China that have been making these rigs and these S9s and, L3 pluses and D3s and some of the newer technologies that they're coming out with. These are our partners. We know them really, really well. We know mining very well, and Raj even knows it better. So it's not a new world to us. So people come out and talk on the internet sometimes, and they sound like they're experts, and they sound like we don't know what we're talking about. Well, let me say to everybody, we know exactly what we're talking about. We know exactly what we did here with the mini miner technology. It's not what you think it is. It's much more. So give us a chance to release this product, and you're going to be dumbfounded that somebody was able to create a technology like this. Why do you think this is patent pending? Why do you think we try to protect it so much? They're even at the office. Even then, people take pictures. They think they're looking at the real mini miner, but, we are protecting the mini miner, the actual product, so well at Vista that I promise you, when we do launch the mini miner, everyone's going to be shocked, and it's going to create a shock in the industry. We're going to be talked about, I think. But here's the one thing I do want to mention to everybody out there who is talking about the mini miner. Please do not exaggerate on these claims. Do not post anything that says it makes up to $2,000 in mining or $1,000 in mining. We know mining. We've done mining. We do mining. We've dissected all the mining machines out there. We even are partners with companies like Bitmain. We know what a mini miner can do. So don't over exaggerate it, because that opens the door for a lot of people to try to sound like experts, and maybe they are experts, and maybe they're right, that there are certain things certain machines can do and cannot do. But we've really broken a threshold here in this technology and created something super special. And what I would do is I would remind everybody to under-promise and over-deliver. And you're going to be under-promised and over-delivered when the mini miner comes out and we showcase this to the world. So we do have real technology with our partner, Raj, and our inventor and developer, and he's going to come out and give basics about it. Of course, he's not going to talk about the details and give you all the insights, so some of you guys on the phone, go and try to figure it out. We want to surprise everybody. We want to under-promise and over-deliver, and I think we're going to achieve that with the mini miner. So that's what we have here at Vista, George.
Well, thank you, Armen. And is Raj going to call you, or do you have to call him again?
Well, stand by. I'm going to get him on the call right now. Okay?
Okay.
Stand by.
Go on.
Thanks.
Guitar. It's going to be guitar music, I think. I'm just taking
Okay, hold on for some guitar music, maybe.
Yep.
Hold on, guys. I'll try not to put guitar music on. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Hi, George. Are you there?
We are, Armen.
Hey, George. Hey, hey, everybody, rest of the world who's on this call. George, meet Raj. Raj, meet George. Take it away.
Hello.
Hey,
George.
Raj. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Well, Raj, I hate to tell you, but you are causing quite a stir in the networking community as well as around the world. As to, a lot of speculation, a lot of this and that, as you might imagine, because it is such a new area and it's so difficult to find something even remotely similar to this. So without divulging a lot, maybe just give us an overview of what our mini miner does and why you're so excited about bringing it to market through Vista.
So you're talking about the mini miner, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Mini miner.
So, I mean, looking at, what is on the market, even if you get expensive miners, big machines, industrial level, still you have to actually program it, work with it, tinker with it in order to get it working with the pool. So my first thought was decentralized currencies, but decentralized mining, but they took out the home miners because there are no miners that is out there that can be profitable, for people to mine from home. So the first thought is to make a miner that is efficient, affordable, and also it can create profit. Because most of the time, if you look at it, you can have a miner running, but it's going to cost you a lot of energy costs. So if you look at the cost of the miner and the recurring energy costs, you're not making a profit. So with the Vista miner, definitely you're going to make a profit. And you don't have to actually program it or play with it. It's basically plug and play.
By plug and play, can you go through exactly how that works? Do they have to hook it up to a computer so they can have the screen and monitor it as maybe the hash power or the coins being produced? Or is it something that you just plug into an outlet and hook up to the internet?
So basically, all what you have to do is hook it up to the internet. Oh, a lot of feedback. Okay. Hook it up to the internet via Wi-Fi, because it says built-in Wi-Fi. And then basically hook it up to a TV on the HDMI port or monitor to initially put their name, their wallet address, email address, password, and click submit and click mine. That's it.
Wow, so this, and then this, of course, if you hook up your own cryptocurrency e-wallet, it's going directly there from the mining. You said almost 40 different altcoins that you can get, so do you have to select the altcoin at the time, or is it pre-programmed for a specific coin?
No, you have to actually choose.
Is there any chance that
you have to choose the coin that you want to mine?
Got it. Are you guys going to suggest it based on an algorithm for that day, or is that something we just have to do ourselves and figure out?
Your question again, sorry?
What I asked was, some companies actually kind of pick the altcoin for you because they're looking at the algorithm for that day, high and low, sort of thing, or is that something we have to do? Is that something Vista will be able to provide, or you'll be able to provide?
You're talking about the pool information, George?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pool.
No, pool is already pre-configured because, let me explain about pools. We have so much data, used some of the most recognized pools, some of the oldest pools, some of the efficient pools. It's still very difficult to make a profit, because there's thousands of people mining, and all the rewards and awards are split up between everybody, and that's why we are building a smart pool for Vista. Okay, so the miner and the combination of the smart pool, that's how every miner is going to make money. So to answer your question, the miner will be pre-configured with the Vista pool.
Perfect. So really, we don't have to go into a lot of detail because it's really about just a plug and play. So once the customer or the associate gets it, it's a relatively easy device to hook up, and it's probably a pretty easy device to monitor how many coins are being mined that day, and do they need to hook themselves up to an exchange such as Poloniex or Bittrex or Beyond?
No, you don't need an exchange because you're using your wallet address. So whatever monies that you're making, it will go into that particular wallet.
Perfect. I guess for everybody out there, is it something that a person would want to buy more than one or two or three? Is there a limit? Do you see them hooking many up in one home, or is there one enough? Can you lead us in that direction on what we could do there?
Yeah, so basically there's no limit to how much you can hook up. Only limitation will be after if you have more than 10, maybe there might be some, limitations at that point, only because of your internet connection.
Do you have to have a special speed, or is it like 12 megabyte, or what would it need to really run this kind of miner?
Internet connection, you mean?
Yes, internet connection.
Yeah, any home broadband is fine. It doesn't take that much bandwidth at all.
If you were one of the guests out here listening, what do you think we really should know about this in terms of what we can tell people, what we should say to people, not say to people, so it makes sense to them and they can understand it?
What you can tell people and what you can't tell people. It's very simple. I mean, the Vista Mini Miner is made with three things that stands out for me. Number one, if you look at energy in the world, we don't have surplus of energy. With new solar and new wind technologies, we are producing more energy than ever before, clean energy. But still, in the world, if you look at it, there's a shortage of energy. So we have to be socially responsible. Spending so much energy to mine cryptocurrencies is not socially responsible. So the first thing that we have done is this mini miner costs about $5 a month to run in the U.S. Okay?
Yep.
That's number one. Number two, it doesn't produce heat, or neither does it produce noise. That is all part of the socially responsible scenario, so environmentally good. Next thing is, because the energy cost is so low, profitability is high, okay, combined with the smart pool. And like we talked about earlier, it's plug and play, so people do not have to actually be a computer expert to, get this miner up and running. So those are the three things that comes to my mind.
Raj, you've been in this space of manufacturing and electronics for manufacturing, I guess, 25 or 20 to 25 years. How big an invention do you think this is in terms of everything you've seen and done in your life?
Well, I mean, definitely when the PCs came out, the chip was 8088, it was a big thing, and I started manufacturing, and people wanted PCs, of course, for different reasons, but even in that era, when internet started popping up, it used to be CompuServe and Prodigy and AOL, you know. You have to have phone lines to dial in to get. And all of these major ones didn't even have nodes in a lot of, you know, bigger part of the U.S. So I remember us putting nodes everywhere, all over the U.S., especially the places where the majors didn't have. And anybody who bought a computer from us, we gave them 1 year's worth of free internet. So we sold our computers faster than anybody else did. So that was a game changer, you know, during that time. Now, looking at the crypto world, cryptocurrency world, and a lot of people are very interested in getting involved in it. But it is difficult for people to get involved in, you know, because there are not options. Oh, a miner like this that is easy to use, plug and play, where you can make a profit. So definitely the mini miner it's a game changer in this industry, for sure.
I think it is too. So tell us a little about how you picked Vista, because we all love Mr. Temurian and what he brings to the marketplace. Why did you choose it? What was so impressive about our Armen, Lewis, and Hector, and why you're bringing your wonderful device here?
Well, I mean, my very good friend George introduced me to Armen and Louis. You know, our first meeting, I really liked them. I liked their vision. We clicked. So basically the meeting was, you know, what I can do for them, so to speak. But as we spoke more, you know, I wanted to, you know, build something exceptional for them, you know, and that's what we're doing now. You know, I like their work ethic. You know, I like what they're trying to do. I like the mission, and I'm, you know, very supportive of that.
Well, thank you, and we are too. I guess the big question is, I think the demand out there is going to be a lot. What we've kind of projected is we have about 500 in 3 weeks or so, another order. But obviously, once it hits the market, I think there's going to be a big demand. Are you able to keep up with that? And how do you see the demand going and you providing this?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's a good problem to have, you know. And, you know, people want, and there's, you know, and for us to manufacture it. So ramping up manufacturing is not a problem.
Great. Wonderful. Well, I could probably have another 100 questions. We've been on here quite a long. It's probably something I've forgotten. I think that people are thinking about. But one question, I guess, if you get more than one, do they come in an array where you can hook one to the other? You have to have an internet connection for each one. How would that work, actually?
Very simple. You don't have to, if you have multiple devices, you don't have to hook up all of them, you know, with each other. All what you're doing is basically configuring your Wi-Fi. Very simple. You know, you configure your Wi-Fi for each of them, and then individually you put in your, you know, wallet address in there, click, you know, mine, it'll do the job.
Now, can it run 24/7? Do you have to let it rest for a while? Is there any maintenance? Is it really maintenance-free? Tell us a little bit about that. Is there any warranty on it?
Yeah, zero maintenance. There's nothing to do with that. There's no moving parts. There's no, you know, you can't do any replacements or anything like that, you know, where user can do anything. So there's no need to maintain it. It comes with the 1-year warranty, and within the warranty period, anything goes wrong, we do hot swap. So no questions asked, we'll ship a new one, and they ship the old one back to us. Simple as that. When it comes to running 24/7, absolutely, it's designed for that. In fact, that device it's designed for it, and you should let it run 24/7.
Great. If you unhook it, and you hook it back up, is there any issues at that point? You have to remember your wallet address, or everything has to be re-put in when you put it back in?
No, it will remember everything. It's saved. Your profile is saved. But one of the things that we will do a lot of training sessions once these devices are in people's hands. But when you stop the miner halfway through, you are part of a lot of shares, existing shares. So when you stop it, you may lose your activity in those shares, thus losing few dollars.
Well, I don't want to lose any dollars, so I'm not going to play it. Tell us a little bit about the Vista mining pool, how that connects, and maybe about hash power and what that is for everybody before you go.
Okay, so pools nowadays, the people used to mine solo, we call it. You have a miner, they have a computer, they have put it together, and they, configured it to talk to the network, and they can go solo mine, and, a lot of people made some money, back in the day. But the blockchains have gotten to be so big and so many transactions going on, you cannot solo mine and make a profit. In fact, you may never even get one dime out of it. So even with big industrial strength machines, miners, with a lot of hashing power. So everybody has to be part of a pool. But even the oldest pools that pay people on time, reputable ones, is still running on the old technology. So there's a lot of waste of time. I'll explain this to you. As a pool, if it goes and finds a block, in that block there's many transactions that needs to be done. So the miners, every computer that is hooked up to that pool is actually doing real work for the network. Okay? And once you have submitted all the work in that block, and it is correct, that's why it's important, it has to be correct, then you get the award or the reward. Okay, you get so many Bitcoins, so on and so forth, that's the award and the reward. Now, when you find the block, and your pool these pools are working on it, and they submit it, but some other pool found the same block before them, and they did all the work and submitted. So the second pool is not going to get anything. See, this happens all the time. All the time. Every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, this problem is there. But still, the work is going on. What we have done with the Vista Smart Pool is called public ledgers. Every transaction, even though it's anonymous, but every transaction, every block is on a public ledger. That's why it's transparent, and decentralized currency. So the Vista Smart Pool will look at a block and it'll check against the public ledger, and it says, oh, somebody else is working on it, skip it, next block. See? This way, the Vista Smart Pool is going to win faster than any other pool that is out there. Thus, all the miners who are part of the Vista Smart Pool is going to win together with Vista.
And I think we're going to win as a company because of you, Raj. I'm sorry it took so long doing so many questions, but this is so fascinating to me. And I think for everybody that's line, it's a little technical maybe, but it gives us a lot of assurance that of the sophistication of the device, of a mini miner, but more importantly, your understanding of the blockchain technology and how mining works. Obviously, Armen has been mining for quite a long time, and I've seen the miners in the home office. He knows well how it's advanced, and I've never seen anything like this. I'm very proud to really interview Raj, and I'm really humbled by what you've created. We can't wait to get it out in the public. I'm sure we're going to have many more of these talks. We'll go into detail. And thank you for helping us with the technical side of this, for answering some questions. We'll have FAQs for people on our website. Just give us a little chance to get that up. And, we're all set for an amazing ride here with the technology. I think that whether you understand it or not, people who understand money, I think that if you take a quick look and read about cryptocurrency, they're going to quickly figure out that mining is the most lucrative, can be a very lucrative way to enter the cryptocurrency market. It's not that difficult. I'm just glad I don't have to repeat everything you just said. So, Armen, you may have some questions here, or James. I'm kind of out of questions after 20, 30 minutes, but I could ask some more. But, Armen, do you have any questions we should ask him?
Well, I just spent some time personally with Raj, and I'm totally dumbfounded. I'm blown away with what Raj has created for us at Vista. And I think, George, I said this a little earlier, I think we're going to shock a lot of people. So I'm really proud that Vista is going to be the first to bring this to market first. And we're going to be really a dominant force out there. And I'm proud that all of you guys on this call are joining forces with us. We have something very special here. So thank you, Raj. And thank you, George. That was an incredible interview and a little more in-depth detail of how sophisticated this is. It's not something you can buy on the internet right now. It's nothing what you think it is. So the sophistication is what makes it so beautiful, and the power of it. So thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you, Raj. So, yep, we'll have another call tomorrow at 7 o'clock, same time. We want to keep everybody, even though it's a Friday night, I think we need to keep everybody updated. And day by day as we get closer to our launch. But look, we all understand that this has taken longer than we wanted, but things that are of this scale sometimes take a little longer than we all want. But the patience on this kind of a program is always rewarded for those who see the vision and understand anything great takes time to develop. There's a lot of moving parts here. There's a lot to developing this product and bringing it to market. And we didn't want to really open until we had a clear vision of the manufacturing where it's coming on, because we'll make sure we want to meet the supply and demand. We did a huge move over to a new software. For those who may understand that is a monumental task in and of itself, with all the various reps and information, the volumes, and all that's necessary. So when we do open, we're going to have to go in and check all that. So everybody's working around the clock to open this company. Nobody's more anxious or more wanting to have this open than Mr. Temurian, and we're going to get there very, very soon. But Armen, you want to give us a quick update, and then we'll close the call out. We'll see everybody tomorrow night.
So, yeah, guys, just stand by. We're only a few hours from launching this puppy, so any minute you'll see our new website, back office, multi-million-dollar back office software come down, and we're going to be running very, very shortly. So look out for the new website, your logins, and we're very close to starting, guys. So we're here. So let's go for it. Thank you.
Well, that being said, everybody, great Thursday night, great call, very exciting, and I want to thank our guests, Raj and Armen. So we'll see everybody tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, and we'll see everybody when we open the new Vista Network. Thank you, everybody, and good night.